So Yuhki has had some struggles over the past couple of years. He has dealt with some one of our own shows, but we're kind of done with it.
Hello? Okay, hey everybody. Okay, so now that we're actually here, let's do that over again because that was just whatever it was. Okay. I have been struggling with this today because I really want to do this, but I know it's gonna hurt, like it already hurts seeing this. So I'm gonna play the video and then I'll talk about this amazing human after.
Right
So
now, so
let's
we're gonna
let's get into it.
praise something else. So here's the deal. This is a bit of a serious moment. Big cheer for Yuhki, everybody.
I wish we could put this in full screen to really show how serious this is. Like, I want to highlight this. Not... Can I zoom in on this? No? Instagram, you failed me, but I'm gonna shut up. I'm sorry.
Yuhki has an amazing group of friends and family who love him dearly, and I know most of you are a part of that group. So Yuhki
One of them.
has had some struggles over the past couple of years. He has dealt with some medical issues that have taken a lot of time away from him, and has dealt with, in the same amount of time, the loss of a job. So his community has pulled together and has started an incredible fundraiser for our friend Yuhki. As of right now, we have raised over $5,000. That he has everything he needs if another big medical bill pops up, if other big opportunities do and do not present themselves. I'm not legally allowed to talk about more about this up here due to con rules, but if you want some more information as to help support one of the greatest friends we have, please be
There's more to this, right? I think so. There might be more to this. There should be, I think, if I say the right one.
We have one final game for everybody. This is going to be our last three things of the con. Can we get some more excitement?
I just feel awful that I had to miss this because we were getting picked up. And I wish I would have been there to see this in person. Actually, I probably don't. I would have cried. But anyways, for those of you who aren't in Arizona, let me explain who Uncle Yuki is and why he's such a good person. So Uncle Yuki is like, especially to the 18 plus community at cons, he is one of the legends. He puts on an inclusive, amazing, fun panel every year. No matter if you're seeing his Smash Pass or Waifu panel, or you're seeing his backyard improv where these guys are. He's awesome in that. He's an amazing, talented individual. He also does story times. Those are all age rated and very well done as well. And what else does he do? I've seen all of his shows and I can't remember. He does like a game show kind of where he I have the panel booklet here somewhere in this disaster that is all my cosplay stuff just laid everywhere now because I'm a conaholic. But that's not the point. Um I really truly believe in what this guy does and what he is. And I really want to show support to a man that has made my entire childhood. You know, and when I first started doing 18 plus panels, because I saw his story times when I was 16, right? Because, it's a fun thing I attended, and everyone's like, you're gonna love being 18. You're gonna love being 18 because you're gonna get to see this guy. And I did not know. I was a very mature 16-year-old, so I would have been like, I could have walked into one of his panels at 16 and been fine. But that's again not the point. The point is that his panels have made most of my cons. Okay, without his panels, there wouldn't be Phoenix Fan Fusion. So like when I say this wholeheartedly, I say that I hope that he gets better with whatever's going on, and I hope that he can come back full force because it would be a detriment to not only Phoenix Fan Fusion but to the people because he is such a humble individual. You can take photos with him. He's cool. He walks around the con before his panels and you can literally talk to him and he's not shy about calling stuff out that isn't right. It's so amazing to have someone like him at Phoenix Fan Fusion, and it would be a detriment if we lost someone like him. So I have already donated, and obviously as you can see, they gave the link on the Instagram. You can find it at Uncle Yuki's thing.
One of our own shows, but we're
It's
gonna get
also
out of that
posted
right now. So we're
on
gonna praise something else.
I think
So
yeah,
here's
it's
the
also
deal. This is
posted
kind
on
of a
this
serious
channel
moment.
because they were the ones that I think recorded in the audience that I happen to see. I like I said, he is a detriment to me. I also want to do this. I don't know why I didn't think about this. One second. You can find him on Twitch as well at Uncle Yuki. I always spell Yuki wrong, so ignore me. But you is this no, that's not him. Where is the how do I spell his? I'm terrible at spelling, y'all. Y'all can call me out on it. But yeah, I wanted to take this time to really thank him for all he does. Is it this one? It might be this guy. Is this one right? Come. I'm trying to have a really serious moment, Twitch. What is your problem? Like, kill me while you're at it. I think it might be this gentleman. I really truly believe it's him. Is that him? I'm pretty sure it's him.
Chase your passions.
God dang it, dog. I don't care. Can I skip it now? No, I was gonna get another one. Why did I
Hey
just say
you!
it?
Relax! Domino's large one-topping pizzas are
I'm
just
trying to have a
starting, and
serious
you can
time,
shop. But
Twitch.
don't act
I
now!
was
This deal's here through this time next year.
I
And
needed the
please,
break
also take the
though
scenic route on
from
down
this
to...
stupidity. This guy's stupidity. I need the break from that dude's stupidity. But hey, is this him? I believe this is him. Do not quote me on that. He always wears wigs, but I'm pretty sure this is him. But yes, please go drop a follow. Please like everything you guys can. This man is absolutely amazing. Let me pull up his actual profile. I truly believe this is him. Is there about section? Legend says there's a man who controls the storms of emotions in people's hearts. One day I'd like to meet him. Till then, you choose me. That sounds like something he would say. So I'm obliged, and he was at con all week, so that's probably or all weekend, so that's probably why he streamed 5 days ago. So I truly might believe this is him. But yeah, that being said, please go support him. He could use it. I'm dropping a follow. I don't know why I'm not followed already, but good news is I mentioned it, so I followed because obviously this man means the world to me. He told us at con. I should have followed him at con, but I'm such a fog brain. It's horrible. But anyways, thank you, Uncle Yuki, for all that you do. I really do appreciate you so much. Now for this crap that I can't believe is happening, and I have to like wipe my face off it and like I wasn't crying to try to take that take like 30 times. Anyways, the what?
Ghost janitors.
How the fuck are you? Did you hack into my thing? Oh no, that's him. Oh. I'm like, I'm thinking someone's talking to me. I'm just a moron at this point. Well, hi, Uncle Yuki. You were talking to me from the grave, apparently. You know what? That was a horror. Just shoot me. That was a terrible, shitty joke, and I apologize. Gispers, ghosts. You're talking to me from wherever you are. You're spiritually communicating with me. That's what I should have said. Asshole brain of mine needs to go and jump off a cliff. I'm with you. Anyways, okay, so now that that's over, we're going to be discussing this monstrosity that's been going on. So apparently there's been a Lego scandal going on that's been actually breaking the internet. I've heard about it from a lot of different points of view, but today I'm going to cover the point of view I haven't heard. We are going to cover the point of view of bricks and minifigs. We are truly going to see, are they truly an evil corporation, or is Reckless Ben really an asshole? I'm going to find out. Anyways, we're going to go to my videos that I saved. I was watching this earlier. I have not seen this one by these guys yet. These guys are awesome. This is Cinnamon Toast Ken. I love them. So yes, I'm not a what do they call it? I'm not
doorway out of this room.
We were watching you last time. I saved a bunch of stuff. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, so I haven't seen
Corporate Bricks and Minifigs sent out an email to all of their lower
I wanted to see unredacted bricks and mini. I want to see the ones where they actually. Okay, here we go. Record his own stalking.
Today I will analyze the case of Ben Schneider. First, I'll look at the background of this case, move to the timeline of the
Let's see it.
then offer my analysis.
Offer your analysis. Dog, with those eyes, you could probably see the fucking Empire State Building from where you're at. Jesus, you good?
Born on December 30, 1995, and lives in Los Angeles.
Okay, dog, time out already. We don't need to know this about him. That's creepy. Why are you starting out with his date of birth? That's creepy. I'm already creeped out. We're not even started.
Ben started a YouTube channel called Reckless Ben. He posted a variety of content, including pranks, stunts, and low-quality investigations into matters that were supposedly of public interest. Here are a few.
So this guy's biased already.
Pretty well. The TV show found out I was secretly filming them. I'm getting sued. I'm being censored. I stormed Area 51 and led the raid with a plunger. I snuck into Mexico, running from mall security after hours. I infiltrated the scariest cults in the world. And
am I missing something?
That last title alone actually captures the theme of the channel exceptionally well. Ben achieved phenomenal success. At the time I am making this video, he has about 750,000 subscribers.
This guy has the same problem I do. The glasses reflect.
4 million times. Now moving to the timeline of the incident. Ben Schneider became involved in a business dispute involving two other parties.
Why, though?
First provide a summary of the dispute, then move to Ben's involvement. The story starts in the state of Oregon. A resident named Brian Mansell and his 83-year-old father, Eric, collected Star Wars Lego sets for many years. Eventually, the collection comprised about 780 Lego sets and 500 rare minifigures.
Damn!
In 2023, Brian took
That's
the
a lot.
Now worth over $200,000.
I'm kidding. He's cool. I'm just joking with you, buddy.
Store in Salem, Oregon.
He didn't do anything wrong. He was just trying to get his dad help.
They run a chain of stores that resell Legos. Brian said that one of the co-owners of the Salem store franchise, Crystal Law, agreed to sell the Lego sets on consignment. 65% of the gross sales would go to Brian, and 35%.
This isn't speculation. They actually have footage or video with her talking about this, and they have security camera footage that literally shows they said they'll take over the consignment. None of this is like speculation. They were supposed to take over. When they bought it off of her, they bought the consignment. It's already been proven.
Bricks and Minifigs Corporate, which again is the franchisor, took the store back from Crystal and sold it to new franchisees, Joshua Johnson and Brandon Best.
And they already agreed they were going to take it over.
They did this because Crystal was $175,000 in debt and notified them that she intended to abandon the franchise in November 2024. Crystal had a different.
I don't remember ever hearing she was in debt. That sounds like they're making this up because she said she wanted to leave the country to go, I think, back to, what was it, back to her hometown? Do not quote me on that. I have no
story.
idea
She
on
claimed
that
she
part.
never intended to abandon the Salem store, rather was looking to sell. She claimed the franchisor improperly kicked her out of the business.
They did.
Seized
They threw her
control of the
out.
store.
They
and changed the
100% did.
locks that same evening without prior notice or
They
compensation.
did. That's also true.
Either way, when the seizure of the store occurred,
It's
Brian
also
asked
true.
them to return
So far,
the
on
remaining
evidence.
Lego sets or pay him $80,000. According to court records,
Oh, it's
filed by the
it's way
franchisor,
worth
the
way more than
franchisees
80,000 now
told
for the
him
headache they put him
that
through.
most
If
of the
this
Lego
is
sets had
true,
already
but I'm
been
listening
sold
out.
by the previous franchisee. Brian visited the store and spoke to Joshua with the consignment
Okay, if
agreement
they
in
are
hand.
sold, it's still
Joshua
owed
and
by the
Brandon
company.
allowed Brian to look at the Lego
No!
sets that were on display in the store, but Brian was unable to identify any of those as belonging to his collection. Eventually, the franchisees found a small number of Lego sets that could possibly be related to Brian's collection. The sets were worth between $2,000 and $5,000. They offered to return the sets, but the Mansell family allegedly refused. The franchisor claimed that for months after the confrontation in November 2024, Brian harassed Joshua, Brandon, and employees at the Salem, Oregon store. In addition,
I mean, what's your definition of harassment? Dumb YouTube pranks. I wouldn't say even dumb YouTube pranks. Making a fake company that was real, by the way, wasn't actually fake. Wait, let me rephrase this. Hold up. Okay. I don't know why I decided eating chocolate now was a good idea. I'm all over the place today. Running a company, okay, we start up a company to screw with them, correct. That I will see, but in his defense, they stole money. So if let's say hypothetically, right, you buy a car from a dealership, right? Hypothetically. And next year you go back to sell your car to the dealership, and the dealership takes the possession of the car and says, "Hey, once they sell it, they'll give you a portion of it. They'll give you the money for the car, but they'll keep a portion of it, right?" Which dealerships don't do, but this is just, we're using this as an example. And then the dealership never sells your car. Or actually, no, it's just the dealership sells parts of the vehicle to part out because the part of the car is so rare. They can't get back orders for it. They haven't sold the car yet. And they just start parting out the car. And then they go, when you ask for your car back, they go, "Oh, here it is." And there's pieces left. And they go, "Here, we're going to give you a portion of your money. And we're not going to give you anything of, all these Legos we're going to, screw you over on pretty much." And that's what they were trying to negotiate with him now. Is they're trying to give him crumbs back of what's left of the set that they don't know is his, which isn't even the full set because they didn't take inventory properly. But I don't want to pay him anything. It's not happening.
he allegedly posted negative reviews, filed complaints with the police, and
Fine.
contacted
Legal.
a podcast. Making contact with the podcast is what led to the involvement of Ben Schneider. Ben launched a quest to recover the losses that Brian and Eric allegedly sustained. This could be in the form of the Lego sets or money. Ben chronicled his investigative journey in a series of videos that he released in May 2026. Here's a summary of two of these videos, titled "I Tracked Down the Thief Who Stole $200,000 of Lego" and "I Got Arrested Because of Lego."
They did arrest him for this, by the way. So, if you watch the body cam footage of the police, which we're going to watch today, very obvious they set him up. Like, it's so obvious they set him up.
It is important to remember
I wanted to
that
hear the
these
other side
represent
first.
Ben's version of events, which are disputed. In March 2026, Ben
Disputed.
drove to the Bricks and Minifig store in Salem, Oregon, and asked for Brian's Legos to be given to him. He was told by a store employee that he had to speak to someone in corporate, meaning the franchisor. Ben went to the corporate office in Utah. They told him to go back to the store. Ben went back to the store, the police were called, and he was trespassed from the property.
You knew they were losing too when they tried to accuse Ben of stealing the Legos. They had his literal house raided and SWAT raided for those Legos. I'm not even lying.
The corporate office, and the police were called at that location.
It's brutal what
Ben
they're doing to this
staged
guy.
a few elaborate schemes that really didn't make any sense. He was trying to gather information and provoke a lawsuit. This resulted in the police being called again. Eventually, Ben claimed that he won in small claims court against Joshua and Brandon, but the franchisees closed the store to avoid paying him. Again, this is what Ben is saying. At this point, Ben decided that he needed to sue them personally in order to collect any money.
Correct.
He tried to serve them with a
And
lawsuit
break
at
some
the corporate
minifigs. You
office,
sue everybody.
but the police were called. Ben then went to Joshua's house in American Fork, Utah. The police were called again. Ben was in a vehicle driven by an associate named Tyler. The police pulled the vehicle over, saying that Tyler ran a stop sign.
Which, if you watch the body cam, also in that instance, he didn't run no stop sign. He completely stopped. It's so
that
obvious.
The dash cam video showed otherwise.
It did.
Either way,
they're
Ben
liars.
was trespassed from Joshua's property. Ben then went to Brandon's house and was trespassed from that property. Later, the police searched Ben's vehicle.
If he had these court documents, which I think they confirmed in the cop video footage, said he did one time have the cop footage, or the document stuff, you can't then be like, oh, well, whatever. No.
Believing it may contain illicit substances, but they found nothing.
Yeah,
made his way back
methamphetamines.
to an area near Joshua's house.
They thought it contained methamphetamines.
He told the police that
and
she
it's
was a process
a-hole things they were doing to him.
To serve Joshua with a lawsuit. The police arrested Ben.
No, he was like, I'm serving these nuts too.
Later,
I'm sorry, old joke.
Ben and his associates were staying. The search warrant specified they were looking for Legos that may have been stolen. Ben was arrested after the
Told
search,
you, I'm not wrong. I followed this very subtly, so I want to give my opinion on the whole thing.
Ben claimed those
once this is over.
For his arrest, and he traveled to Mexico, where he believed he could not be arrested. In the two videos, the theme that emerges is really about injustice. Ben is claiming the police falsely accused him. He suggested they were in league with Joshua and Brandon because all of them were Mormon. He is confident.
It was a joke. Oh my God, these people that take it so seriously. It was a joke. God, I didn't think it would have to be explained. They were joking. There's no proof that the Mormon faith connects them, bro. It was a literal joke.
That he has uncovered a major theft.
God, man, these people
obtain a fair outcome. In the videos, Ben is kind of murky on some of the details.
You can't win with these people, bro. You just can't.
Ben simply blamed the police for targeting him. He is always the victim and never admits any responsibility.
Oh,
the
dude,
Fork Police Department responded to Ben's claims about being unfairly arrested.
And it's bull. They even sounded dumb.
One Ben would like people to believe. Here's what said.
Okay, so far I gotta stop being biased. I'm sorry. We're listening. I'm sorry.
A staged UPS delivery involving a man wearing a baseball
cap. That was stupid. That was funny though.
Logo taped on it. The package that was delivered.
If that was Ben that did it, was dumb.
When the police arrived, they confronted
that was funny
an
though.
associate of Ben's,
I think Ben admitted he did this,
them
didn't he? I don't know.
That he had been hired to film Joshua. The police spotted a dark-colored Hyundai sedan and pulled it over for failing to stop before the stop line of a stop sign and for failing to stop completely. The driver of the vehicle was Ben's associate Tyler. Ben was in the rear seat. Both Tyler and Ben were trespassed from Joshua's property. On the next day, March 9, 2026, Joshua called the police again. This time he reported that a man was at his front door ringing the doorbell and knocking. The police arrived and identified the man as an associate of Ben's, named Christian. He claimed that Ben requested help in contacting Joshua and had told him to impersonate a church leader from Joshua's church. Christian was trespassed from Joshua's.
Have you guys seen that yet? I don't believe that. There's no evidence. Where's this evidence, dude, if this is true? If we all find out Reckless Ben lied to us the entire time, we're all going to be shocked, but I don't think so.
Traffic stop of that vehicle and found it was occupied by Ben and Tyler. Believing Tyler could be impaired, they conducted a field sobriety test. No signs of impairment were detected. As this was happening,
I can see that people want to file harassment, okay? Because some of the stuff he did was a little pushy. But if it were you, I want to put it in your shoes. Would you be okay with losing $200,000 worth of stuff? No, neither would I. So it's like, when you really boil it down, it's common sense, right? Because nobody in their right mind would like to lose $200,000 of Legos. So far, I'm gonna be real. This guy seems very disingenuous about all of this. Thing about like facts yet. He's just going based off what he presumes to be true. I haven't seen any of the evidence of some of the points he's talking about. Like I literally could look up. Let's look it up right now. Okay, while he's up there, let's pull up another YouTube clip and let's look for um harassing Josh Lego. I don't even know what to look up for that. Fake Lego scandal, I guess. Are they really harassing Josh? There's no way. Video leak and Lego scandal exposing everything, and Candace Owens just triggered a meltdown. What? Oh, this is a different topic. Okay, well, like it's the
Police
same one,
dog
but it's
alerted to
half
the
and half.
presence
Okay, well, we're not gonna.
of a
I can't
controlled
find it, but
substance.
I
The
don't
vehicle
think
was
that's true.
searched, but no illegal substances were found. During the stop, Ben admitted that he and Tyler had delivered the package of rubber ducks to Joshua's house.
And how is that harassment? How is being an idiot and delivering rubber ducks to a guy that scammed you out of $200,000? See, I would be a lot more forgiving, right? I would be a lot more like, oh, whatever. If he didn't just, it's theft. I know people are gonna say it's a civil matter. There's a contract. There's so much legal blah 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 blah. Who cares, dude? At the end of the day, he stole $200,000 from this family, and this bros is supposed to be like, nah, come on,
Claiming
man.
he wanted to gain Joshua's signature to forge a contract saying that Ben could not be trespassed from the property for 5 years.
That was a dumb idea, and he actually tried that. Yeah,
The police
he
told
tried.
Ben to stop sending individuals to Joshua's house.
And he did,
On March 10, 2026,
to my knowledge.
Joshua's wife, Kay Lee, called the police and reported a woman standing at the door of her residence taking photographs. After this,
Not anything to do
Joshua
with
called the
Josh and
police
his
said he was
associates.
going to shoot someone as a result of the ongoing harassment.
And why isn't he in prison? He threatened to end somebody's life on camera.
The police found
So only the laws they want to start are legal.
Ben and one of his associates named Sierra
Just saying,
were inside.
wild.
Ben said that he was involved in a court case and needed to serve Joshua with a lawsuit. He claimed that Sierra was his process server. The police tried to help Ben by serving the lawsuit to Joshua, but Joshua refused service, claiming
You cannot refuse legal service. You cannot, as someone who's been served, you cannot refuse it. I'm sorry. I told them, nah, not interested, and they still said, they just threw it on the ground and said, you've been served. They don't care. They literally do not care. Their job is to take a picture, verify you got the document. They don't care. They don't care if they have to like chuck it in the window of your car while you're driving by. You've been served. As long as it got somewhere near you and you verified you saw it, that's all they have to do. You're cooked.
the lawsuit was fraudulent and the situation was.
I think it should have counted him being served knowing they existed and him refusing the documentation. That should have been like, you know what, body cam footage shows you tried to get served and you said no, so you got served anyway. Sucks to be you.
Staged solely to produce content.
Should have been. It
for
should have been.
YouTube. The police investigated and found out the lawsuit was legitimate, but
Correct.
it had already been served. As this was going on,
There's no
police
proof
noticed
to
a
back
sign
that
was
either.
located across from Joshua's residence. The sign depicted Joshua holding money while standing near an elderly man in a hospital.
I didn't know about this
Ben
one.
admitted
This is a new
that he
one.
placed the sign. He was arrested for stalking.
Oh yeah, wait, I remember. It's
On
not
March 11,
illegal.
2026, Joshua called the police again. A group of Ben's associates were observed placing the same sign or a replica of the sign from the day before. The police confronted 4 individuals.
Is there any proof that Ben had anything to do with those people? See, it's all hearsay. It's literally all hearsay. You cannot prove they were associated. It's all hearsay. All I'm hearing this dude talk about is hearsay. You can't prove that they're associated. Minus with what Ben Ben has openly admitted You can't prove it. Bro, this dude's
One of them
so
was named Sheldon.
disingenuous
He
so
said that he was
far.
engaged in a FaceTime call with Ben Schneider. At this point, the police believed they had enough evidence to arrest Ben for stalking because he was directing the activity.
Oh wait, no, he did say that. Never mind. That might actually be legit. Again, we're teeter-tottering on stupidity at this point. Because again, wouldn't you want to make the guy's life miserable who ruined your life? Like, I know it's not his life directly, but he has a stake in the Legos. He's doing all this stuff. And it's, the publicity is getting him money, do not get me wrong. But at the end of the day, it's like he's doing this to get back what was stolen. So is it really harassment or stalking if you are the reason it happened? Cause and effect, ladies and gentlemen. So okay, so if you're just stalking because you really like somebody, that's stalking. That's harassment because they've told you no. If you rob somebody and move the stuff to their house and then they're stalking you to get their stuff back, is it stalking? Is it stalking at that point? Because you know they stole your stuff. You saw it. Let's say that you saw the stuff was in there, right? Is it stalking at that point? Because my answer is no. It's bull. It's all bull. It's
They
all
had been
smoke and mirror.
sending people to Joshua's house. They learned that Ben was staying at an Airbnb in American Fork. An arrest warrant for Ben was issued for an additional count of stalking. The police also added a search for Legos to the warrant because the owner of the Airbnb overheard conversations about possible stolen Legos.
I want the owner of the Airbnb's testimony too. If Reckless Ben did all of this, truly did, I really want to hear more conversation. I want to see the evidence. See, Reckless Ben showed us all of the evidence. He showed everything. And if it's all true, they should be able to take Reckless Ben to court and get him to remove all his videos because they're lying on him, correct? It's like common sense analogy
Police
at that
arrested
point.
Ben at the house, but they did not find any stolen Legos. During one of his
How
videos,
how
Ben claimed that the
obvious.
police injured his right shoulder during the arrest.
They
The police
did. They
noted
pulled
that the
him.
X-ray image Ben displayed in his video was of a left shoulder. Ultimately,
He also said why that was. You gonna talk about anything Reckless Ben said? He said it wasn't the right shoulder. He used it as a stock image. He thought people would understand that's what it was. He even admitted this on camera. If you're trying to prove something guilty, you don't admit it on camera.
in the state of Utah,
He
Ben was
literally
charged with
openly said he knew
stalking,
that.
targeted residential picketing, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespass. All these charges are
Interesting.
misdemeanors. He is scheduled to appear at a court hearing online on June 8, 2026. Ben claimed that there is an active warrant for his arrest. The police said there is no active warrant. Now moving to my analysis. The videos that Ben Snyder released about the
There's no active warrant. It makes you wonder, did Reckless, because the internet is so on his side, and I do like hearing the other side, but it does make you wonder, did he make it all up? Like, is it a lie? But I don't believe it to be true. You get what I'm saying? Because it just seems too. It seems like, why would you go through all the headache for somebody else if you think that you were just going to use it in an awful way? Like, you wouldn't go through that much effort if you knew the person you were doing it for was wrong, or if you knew we were wrong. Like, if you were going to do all of this, and then it's like he even the phone call, he literally dropped the unredacted police files. Like, how do you say that that's not
Lego
true?
dispute are exceptionally popular. Overwhelmingly, viewers tend to side with Ben. They are convinced by the narrative that he put forth. This idea that the Legos were stolen and he was the victim of the American Fork Police Department. His videos have been viewed millions of times, whereas the video released by the police explaining their side of the story has only been viewed a few 100,000
Even
times.
they sound
Ben is
moronic.
definitely winning the war of public opinion. But is that
Because
justified?
why people were complaining they couldn't even hear the dude. The dude was whispering. He was like, "Yeah, I'm from the police department, and today I will be putting you to sleep while talking about this case." That's what bro sounded like. All right, you can't say I'm wrong,
Does the evidence
bruh.
support his arguments? First, I will look at the business dispute then talk about the alleged injustices by the police. Brian Mansell claims that he was cheated out of
I
Lego
can't even
sets.
listen to this
The
guy. Like, he's putting
franchisor
me
or
to
the
sleep.
franchisee say that no one was cheated. There is no question that the consignment agreement was real. Brian did have the Legos at the Salem store. Video surveillance captured the day the store was seized. During that incident, Crystal told one of the new franchisees that there was a consignment agreement in place. She was told that this would be taken care of. This makes it seem like the new franchisees, or possibly the franchisor, were responsible. In my opinion,
It does.
I believe that Brian probably was cheated out of the Legos, but there is no way to know for certain. Moving to the behavior of Ben Snyder.
There's no way to know for sure. Dog, you just said it. You just said there was an agreement, and the Legos are gone. So if the agreement was real, and the Lego store had all of them, and the Legos are gone, where the fuck did they go? People hurt my brain. Oh my god. You
Ben
think
certainly
Brian
has the right
stole
to
them back
function
and
as a
just said,
tourist
oh,
to
well,
expose
where
the
are my
alleged
Legos?
wrongdoing in this case. He
Why
does
would you go
not
through
have
all
the
this
right,
headache?
however, to break the law. There are many reasons to believe that Ben is being less than honest in his portrayal.
Oh my god, he broke the law trying to get back, trying for harassing a guy for doing illegal stuff at his property. Not like he stole money or anything, or product. My gosh.
Of the circumstances leading to the
Dude's a
charges he
clown.
is facing. For example, he allegedly admitted to the UPS delivery scheme involving the rubber ducks. He allegedly admitted
So,
the purpose of the scheme was to forge a contract that would allow him to trespass.
it
During one
was, yeah,
interaction
it
with
was
the
a smart
police,
idea. It didn't
Ben
work.
said that he was with a process server who he just met that day. In reality, the person was his associate, Sierra. If Ben
Oh,
was
was
actually
she?
unable to serve the lawsuit,
Come on,
he could have
Ben.
petitioned
Was
for
that really?
alternative
Wait,
service.
no, come on. That's not true, is it? That's now I'm kind of questioning that. We would lie about that. Okay, hold up. Let me. I can't trust Yahoo apparently. Fine. We'll use Google. You are likely referring to the Utah controversy. Yep, I am. Was she actually a process server here? Reddit, Reckless Ben side, but I think he's lying about the. Ben said she asked him to be there because she was afraid of going alone, which makes sense considering JJ openly threatened to the police that he was going to shoot someone. Fair. They never said she was a paid professional process server. The only requirement in Utah for her to be a process server is that are for her to be over 18, not an attorney, and not affiliated with the case. Not that she couldn't be. That is true. It did not say that she couldn't be affiliated friends or family. It did not say that. So thinking about it, that is actually very, very true. Um, that's very true. What about this one? What does this say? I agree. Nothing was getting done legally uh, till be stopped in this with his gray area legality stuff. However, I think he's lying about the process of it. Looks like they do know each other. In Utah, can you know each other? Okay, we're using Google again. No disrespect, Yahoo. You gotta fix your look search, bud. Um, in Utah, can a process server be a friend or family? Let's see. Yes, a friend or family can serve court papers in Utah provided they meet strict legal neutrality. She was not involved with the case, she was just giving. So that's actually legal. We just proved it in 2 seconds. Look at this. Legal act. We're going to even pull up the actual code. Look at this. Obtain the name of the address court, be directed to the offended, name and address, that's fine. Signing a summons, personal, what did it say it was under? Dang, I should have read more. 78B8302 and Rule 4. Can we see, Rule 4 process. Summons, method, service. Upon any individual other than ones covered or paragraph D1B. So where's D1B? Can I see it? Upon, okay, where's D1B? I want to read D1B. Upon a minor under 14 years old a copy of the, what the, okay, that's when you're serving somebody. I don't want to know about serving somebody. That's not what I was looking up. Okay, hold up. Delivering of or service papers. Dang. Okay, hold up. Part 3 Service Act. I'm trusting this enough because I don't want to spend too much time looking into just this piece, but I'm pretty dang sure friends or family can do it, and I kind of see it. So I think this guy's just being very
He went
disingenuous right
back to
now.
the corporate office.
We've been
And
watching
the
this for
police
only
were called
5
at that
minutes. There's
location.
no way.
Ben then staged a few elaborate schemes.
Oh God, this
that
guy
really
is gonna
didn't
put
make
me
any
to
sense.
sleep.
He was trying to gather information and provoke a lawsuit. This resulted in the police
Duh, if you provoke a lawsuit, you can countersue. It's called
being
common
called
sense.
again. Eventually, Ben claimed that he won in small claims court against Joshua and Brandon, but the franchisees closed the store to avoid paying him. Again, this is what Ben is saying. At this point, Ben decided that he needed to sue them personally in order to collect any money. He tried to serve them
Okay.
with a lawsuit at the corporate office, but the police were called. Ben then went to Joshua's house.
Oh,
in
we did
American
hear all
Fork,
this.
Utah,
It
for outcome.
went backwards.
In the videos, Ben is kind of murky on some of the details. He never provided a clear explanation about the conduct that led to him being arrested. Ben simply blamed the police for targeting him.
Again, not arresting someone for criminal activity and then wanting the other person to be arrested for criminal activity. It's like if I'm in illegal possession of some illegal substance, right? And then you come in to my house you come into my property and sell me a stolen vehicle, and then you leave, and I tell the police when they find out the car's here, I say, no, even though I bought it from this guy and I knew it was stolen, he stole it, so it's not my fault. It doesn't, that was a horrible example, but it doesn't negate laws. It doesn't negate the criminality of what he
Is always the
initially
victim
did. Does that make
and never
sense?
admits any
You
responsibility.
can't point the
The
finger and be
American
like, he
Fork Police
committed a
Department
crime, but that
responded to
other
Ben's
crime, you're
claims
like,
about
whatever.
being unfairly arrested. Their story is very different than the one Ben
He
would like
didn't
people to
even
believe.
move. He
Here's what
didn't even move for
the
him to
police
pull
said.
his shoulder like that.
On March 8, 2026, Joshua Johnson called the police and reported a staged UPS delivery involving a man wearing a baseball cap.
Did we go
with
over this
the
already?
UPS.
We know about
Joshua
this.
called the police again. This time he reported that a man was at his front door ringing the doorbell and knocking. The police arrived and identified the man as an associate.
Okay, we were
and
here
was
already,
located
dang.
across from Joshua's residence. The sign depicted Joshua.
Yeah,
holding
we were
money.
here
Videos
again
that
already.
Ben Snyder released about the Waco dispute are exceptionally popular. Overwhelmingly, viewers tend to side with Ben. They are convinced by the narrative that he put forth. This idea that the Legos were stolen and he was the victim of the American Fork.
You haven't handed over any proof yet that's negated that statement. Ben's given us proof that not only the police are against him, he has body cam footage of them saying, how are we going to arrest him? Am I crazy here?
Department.
I
These
feel like I'm
videos have
going
been
crazy.
viewed millions of times, whereas the video released by the police explaining their side of the story
I feel like I'm going
has only
nuts.
been
I
viewed a
really
few
do. I feel like I'm
100,000
going
times.
nuts.
Ben is definitely winning.
Okay, yeah,
war
we've
of public
seen this
opinion,
already.
and honest in his portrayal of the circumstances. It appears as though Ben lied about his shoulder being injured and lied about having an active warrant for his arrest. He was being dramatic. In my opinion, Ben is
You have to be dramatic to get viewership, but his shoulder was pulled awfully.
guilty of stalking and the other charges beyond a reasonable doubt. I think what happened in this case is that Ben latched on to a business dispute.
Okay, cool, buddy. If that's your statement, Okay, let me steal your vehicle, okay? Let me steal your car then. This is how you want to play it, right? Let me use your logic against you. Let me steal your car, put it at my house, and then call the cops for you harassing me. How about that? Does that make any fucking sense to you? Jesus, I'm not even trying to swear today. Just people's stupidity.
It
It
had nothing to do
hurts
with
my
him in
head,
order to make
dude.
content to be
You
published on
can't be
social
this
media.
dumb.
There's nothing inherently wrong with that. Where Ben went wrong was the alleged harassment of Joshua Johnson.
Who
That
cares?
did not help resolve the business dispute. It did not help Brian.
Yeah,
It
it
was
did.
just so
It
Ben could
helps
glorify
show
himself.
everybody
Ben tried to
what
avoid
kind of
making
guy he was
himself
dealing
look
with.
bad in his videos, but he did not try hard enough.
I mean, I don't know if he tried hard, dog. I mean, he literally made a company and even said that he planned to use it. He was very openly deliberate about what his plans were with the company, and he admitted he was hoping that Bricks and Minifigs would sue him for it. I don't know what part of that screams to you that he was trying to be genuine, because that
Documenting his
seems
own
like some
wrongdoing.
asshole mentality to
Ben
me.
forgot that the right
Some
to remain
petty shit
silent
I would
includes
do.
the right not to record videos documenting your own potentially illegal activity. Even though I believe
Oh
Ben is guilty
no!
as charged,
I
the
delivered
police
ducks
in
to
America
somebody's
for it did appear
house.
to be
Oh
heavy-handed and
no!
biased during their interactions with him.
Did I break
Ben
my
embarrassed
connection on this
himself
thing?
to a great
I
degree
just broke my
in order to
headset.
embarrass them to a
Crap.
small degree. I'm
No.
not sure how that's a victory for Ben, but at least he wasn't the only one to look bad. Now moving to my final.
Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. I apologize about that. Something went wild with the audio for a second. I just like jokingly smacked it, and the whole thing was like, error, error, does not compute with command, does not compute with command. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I barely nudged you. Relax. All right. But that's just stupid.
Final thoughts. Many
Oh, I
pranksters
can't hear it now. Why can't I hear
on
it
social
now? What happened?
media do not seem to understand how their model is not sustainable. Ben ended up being charged
Oh
with
no.
4 offenses.
Oh no. What happened? So the mic still works, but the audio's not coming through. What happened? Microphone's there. What is Homeworks? Remove device. What is Homeworks, and how did it connect to my computer? A device called Homeworks tried to merge with my. That's what happened? What? All right, whatever.
To make his
You're
series
here
on the
again.
Lego dispute.
What is
At that rate,
Homeworks?
how is he going to continue making videos? Eventually, his calendar will look less like a content production plan and more like a pretrial services schedule. Ben is a disorganized prankster who wandered into a business dispute, mistook chaos for strategy, and confused attention with achievement. He wanted to expose a scandal, but mostly exposed his own inability to operate in the adult world without turning.
Oh wow. Oh no. So he admitted it was a real lawsuit at first. He stole. So you're admitting the Legos are stolen, but you want him to be arrested on stalking. You're a piece of shit.
Turning every
You're a
interaction
piece of shit.
into a poorly planned stunt. Ben's career might end up being as fast-paced as his editing, and just as forgettable. He may believe that every controversy makes him more interesting, but eventually, what was once viewed as edgy content will start looking like a resume of poor judgment.
Wow. I'm not going to link his video because I do not want him to get harassed, because at the end of the day, it is his opinion. It is his right to his opinion. But we are going to talk about this. Are you for... Bro said the Lego scandal seems legit and seems real, like it actually happened. And then bro's comment goes, yes, yes, yes. But he's guilty of stalking, ladies and gentlemen. He's guilty. He's guilty. Arrest him. Sir. How would you feel if this happened to you? How would you feel? It is the biggest piece of shit take that I have heard. If he just, I was hoping he disproved that it was real. Bro said it was real and still wants Ben to get arrested for stalking. I can't deal with these people. I can't deal with no logic sense people. That is so stupid to me. How would you be okay with somebody? You know what? Whatever. Just moving on. Moving on. Before I like completely lose it today. I thought he'd have a better argument. So he'd be like, "Yeah, he did it, but was it right?" What does that have anything to do with it, bro? It's crazy. Oh, legal.
Today, we're
I
going
wanted to see
brick
this.
by brick as we
I haven't
analyze
seen
the
this yet.
bricks and minifigs case.
I've seen
and
part of
all
it
the law
from
and
Leaflet and
crimes
liked the video
involved
because
in
I'm
this.
respectful, but
Of course, this is the
I have
legal
not
mindset
seen
we
this yet.
teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney. Now,
I'm
this
chilling,
is
y'all.
something that has slammed my inbox, and there are so many legal questions, different areas of both civil law, criminal law, regulatory law, that I found this very fascinating, but it took me some time to put together this analysis.
Okay.
But this could not possibly be more perfect down my wheelhouse as a corporate attorney, I dealt with pretty much all of these
Woo!
issues.
See, this is the guy I want to talk
Reckless
to.
Ben, who decided to
This is the
take
guy I want to talk
on
to. This is the guy who knows
company
more.
of Bricks and Minifigs, which is a
I love how
company
my
selling
plastic
Legos.
covers
Now, how
are
this
reflecting
breaks
it
down is
too.
essentially there was a
Jesus, man, I really need to fix this
agreement
setup. It's
with
brutal.
one Brian Mansell and the former franchise owner of a local branch, a local franchise of Bricks and Minifigs. And for those that don't know,
He had to
franchises
blur
are
their
not
face
owned by the
out because they're
corporation.
gonna
So
cry and probably
as a
sue him.
corporate attorney, one thing we constantly would say, one thing that
Wouldn't
is very
shock
much
me.
true, is you will constantly shift the blame between corporate and the franchise. The corporation will say it's always the franchise fault.
Ryan,
Right?
if you
That
want to
is
hop
something
off
I would talk to the
Instagram, you can
franchise
hop off
owner, and the
Instagram. It
franchise owner
doesn't
will say, take it
pop
up
up
with
on my
corporate.
text chat,
That's a corporate issue.
but you can go to
That's
any
in
of my
our
other
contract,
platforms.
etc. So
It'll
that
show up on the
game of
screen.
back and forth is very, very, very much tried and true here, and we see that play out in this case.
Finally, she
Fair
gave an
enough,
answer
fair
before
enough.
she
I
could
say
hit
some
me.
wild stuff too, so I probably shouldn't be on the screen either.
Basically, what the manager's saying is that if someone did steal the Legos, it wasn't her, it was corporate. And this was corporate's side of the story.
You have to talk to the store owner.
Now, this all really goes down to what a consignment is, and really that's what you need to understand here.
Okay.
So a consignment
This guy's
is
actually gonna break it
essentially
down
when
for once.
one
Nice.
person is
Oh,
holding something
I'm blocking the
on
thing. I'm
behalf
sorry,
of
y'all.
somebody
We're
else. In this
gonna fix
case,
that.
it was
Whoops.
over $200,000.
Whoops.
That's the
All right, we're back.
disputed value. Now, Bricks and
Ba-da-da-da,
Minifigs, the
shrink.
franchise owners,
I'm
they
here.
dispute that number, but the Mansell's, Reckless Ben, their number is 200K. So
I
let's
need
go
to
with
edit
the
this video
higher
better,
number.
but I'm horrible
So
at
a
editing.
lot of Star Wars Legos were very valuable. Now, consignments are what's called a security interest, and those are regulated by the Uniform Commercial Code, which has been adopted in Oregon. Under that code, the property remains under the superior title, meaning the ownership of the consignor, so the person that signed it over, even though it's being held by another person. The problem with this is the telltale maxim, possession is 9/10 of the law. So even though there's this agreement, the physical product is being held by somebody else. So you have to wonder what they're going to do with that product. And in this case, something very, very wrong did indeed happen.
So there's
Almost
proof.
mockingly,
Nice.
they've since flooded all of their social media with tons of pictures of Star Wars Legos. At this point, it seems like they're just rubbing it in this family's face.
So what likely happened here, and which is something that Ben's videos don't make clear, is that after this consignment was made, essentially they quickly sold off that property to make cash. And once they made that cash, they either used that for operating expenses because the store wasn't making enough money. A lot of times stores will just make money on one high ticket item or one thing that sells well. And that's really what's keeping them afloat. They're really not making a lot of money.
Correct.
So,
Same
hey,
with
they gotta
console
liquidate
sales with a lot of
this
gaming
inventory,
stores.
these Star Wars Legos, because hey, they belong to really somebody else, and they're not going to come after
Or
us
used to
right
anyway.
away,
I
and
don't know
they
about
may not
now.
have the resources, so we may be
And video
strong
game
on them. So they sell those off
physical
quickly,
copies.
take the cash, and essentially flee. But essentially, those Legos are mostly gone, and they've likely taken the profits from those Legos already. And the whole purpose of
Oh, why did you
Ben's
go with the other
video,
guy?
which is to get
Video.
the
This
Legos
one's
back,
better.
is likely never going to happen because those Legos are likely mostly gone and sold off for cash. That's
Correct.
a lot
Anybody
of times
with
will happen
common
in
sense
these
knows
agreements,
that.
particularly when you have
You
a
sell
party
off the
with more
product.
power, like a larger
Duh.
corporation or even a small
I don't
business
like how
versus an
small I am. Hold
individual.
up.
They can feel like, hey, you're not actually going to take me to court on this, and you're going to get away with this.
And the guy just looks at me, crosses
I don't like
his
being that
arms,
small.
and
Thank you.
goes, "Let me tell you what's going to happen. If we go to court, we're going to drag this thing out
Yeah.
so long, and you're going to
See,
end up
and
spending so much more money than your collection."
And see, and you guys, and some of you are mad that he cyberstalked somebody. Wow. He told this dude to go fuck himself, and you're mad that he quote unquote stalked him. Pussies. Absolute
Is
pussies.
ever worth or what you ever would have gotten out of it.
Have you ever read the
Despite being superior
Octavore?
title,
It says in bold, do not fuck with the good people, dumb fucks. That's what it says.
they took those away
Yes,
from
it's not
them.
from the high ground,
Now,
Anakin. Deal with it.
the franchise owner had several arguments here related to the consignment. First of all, they said, hey, we're going to keep these as store property because this consignment was illegal. We're not allowed to do consignments based on our corporate contract. Well,
Which is bullshit because he claimed otherwise.
that's a whole separate problem.
He said it
and
already.
that would also put the people that originally
He said we take over any consignments. I can play. We just heard the video in this video. You heard him say it.
Liability because they would have entered into an illegal contract, right?
Are you
So that would
guys?
have been
Yeah,
on
I didn't
them for
record the
breach
whole
of
thing. I
contract,
apologize. I was horrible at
unjust
recording
enrichment,
this one, but it's
conversion.
fine.
These are all civil claims. And by the way, I want to correct Reckless Ben. Throughout his video, he constantly uses civil crime and criminal crime. There's no such thing as a civil crime. That's not a thing. There's a civil claim, right?
Claim,
a civil
there you
claim
go.
is a claim for money, a claim for damages, but it's not a crime. If you are guilty of
It's
found
still
to
a
have
crime, in
liability
my opinion, but
in
okay.
civil court, they find you guilty in civil court, you're liable for money, but that does not make you a criminal. And this
Does
is
it
very
not?
important, particularly for Ben, because he uses this word recklessly, dare I say, as in his name, which may put him on the hook for defamation. He
Oh, you guys
repeatedly
can't see
calls
it. Good.
people
Okay, I thought you guys
using
could see it.
criminal language interchangeably
You guys can't
with
see it. That's all
civil
that matters.
language.
I didn't realize
and
it was
that's a problem
that
because
easy
when
right
you
there.
accuse somebody of a crime, that
But you
could
guys
be
couldn't see it anyway. I'm way
defamatory,
off.
and that may
I'm
put
way
Ben
off screen.
on
I
the
just thought
hook
you
for
could see it. Yeah.
defamation for continually using criminal language. Now, the other thing that the franchise owners tried to get off the hook with was saying they're not aware of the consignment. But in Ben's own videos, we saw them eventually confess to this.
When Brian first came in, we identified anything that was on that list that would have been his that Amanda didn't sell, and we set it aside. And it's still sitting there.
He lied. Never gave it to him, by the way.
Next is really the thing that they should have done with this, which is go after them for conversion, breach of contract,
They should
and
have,
unjust
yeah.
enrichment. Now, I know they make a big point of going to court is expensive, but what they don't
They're poor, dude. They're poor. I can't even really afford to take someone to court right now for a couple $100, like meaning that I would have to pay out of pocket to take this to the small claims court. Because there's no guarantee you're gonna get any of the money back. You get what I'm saying? So let's say you spend $100,000. There's no promise that the company is actually gonna pay you the 100,000 or whatever they owe you. There's no guarantee because there's a lot of BS in our laws that lets people slide right under the radar where they could file like bankruptcy and that's it, and then you never have to pay them, which is so stupid. There's so many other laws besides bankruptcy that gets people out of a lot of this stuff scot-free where they legally don't have to pay for anything. Because the same thing too is like if I know I'm getting sued, right, in a mass sued, you could put everything in a business name not owned by you, but you know the person who owns it and you guys are cool with each other, so everything you own's in that business name. So when they sue you, be like, I don't have any money. What are you coming after? You get what I'm saying? It's all shady garbage. And they'll get it's that's why it's hard, man. You don't get anything.
Almost all the lawyers that I talked to on this, when I talked to my colleagues on this, was find somebody who will work on contingency. Contingency means a percentage of the recovery.
You know how many people don't give a crap? You know people don't give a crap? The Glendale PD told the guy who hit me without a valid driver's license it was cool for him to drive off. That should be a lawsuit. Will anybody take my case? No.
There are plenty of lawyers out there. In fact, I know many of them.
And they should
that
get
will
a
take
lot
these
of money from the
cases
Glendale Police
based on a
Department,
percentage of
but they don't want to
recovery,
take it.
especially if there's strong backup, there's strong evidence.
Common
to back
sense.
this up
Again,
and say, yeah,
they
no,
won't.
this is a good claim.
They don't
we're gonna
care.
Take this. We're not going to require a massive retainer, and we're going to take a percentage of the return.
They
right?
don't
Now, you might
care.
have to
A
pay
lot
out
of these lawyers
30%
do not
of the
care.
return, whatever, 25%.
And a lot of these lawyers don't care. They'll be like, oh, they're offering $50,000. We're taking it. We're taking it. Yep, we're going to take it. Doesn't matter if you lost all this money. We're taking it. They don't care. They do not care.
From this eventual
That's the shitty
recovery.
thing. Not all
There's other
lawyers,
issues that were brought
most
up in
lawyers.
these are ones that Ben created himself. The first one is Ben's sham contract. Now,
I
Ben
know, I'm with
himself
you, Ryan.
eventually
I'm with
admits
you.
This is not a
But
legal
seriously,
contract,
text on Twitch
but
or
Ben
something.
tried
Show it
to
in the
put
chat. I don't
together
care.
a contract
My panel
that
stuff
said
isn't
that they could not
PG at
trespass
all,
him
for
from the
God's sakes.
property.
You
And
don't need to
for
keep
every
in my
time they
Instagram
called the
where I can't
police,
read
they
it.
owed him $5,000.
That was funny.
I made a contract with Amanda that says I, Ben Schneider, should not be trespassed, and all of these legal words, for any circumstance whatsoever, and for literally
That
any
was
reason,
funny.
including a clause that says for every police officer she calls on me, she owes me $5,000.
That's
Now,
funny.
This is completely unenforceable. 100%.
That's funny, though.
You cannot have a contract executed by deception. And using a routine package delivery to get a signature doesn't work. Because that's what we call fraud in the inducement. You're inducing someone, you're tricking someone into a contract. There is no mutual assent. Now, once again...
God, I hate the things we call fraud. He was clearly just trolling them. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? It's all trolling. I don't understand people's logical brains. He's trying to troll them to piss them off to take him to court. It is so obvious. He even said it hundreds of times what he was there to do. And they still don't know. You just physically cannot be this stupid. I'm sorry, you're a fucking lawyer, dude. You cannot be this stupid. Just let's keep going. You cannot be this dumb. You just can't be.
That doesn't apply at all.
It's frustrating, dude.
No idea you're signing a contract. You think you're signing for a.
It is frustrating when people don't know what trolling is, or they don't know. Clearly, have never had friends, because this guy is. I love this guy, but come on, son. It was a joke.
And you're actually signing a contract.
There's
no mutual assent, mutual
agreement
joke. That, hey, we're entering into a contract here.
It was a joke.
So no, that does not work at all. The other thing is terms in there.
He even admitted that it wasn't going to be used in court. He just wanted to piss them off. Like, come on,
you can't
son.
Call the police, you can't trespass.
It was
Those
a joke.
I mean, unconscionable, and they cannot be contracted. You can never have a contract, ever. And I've written thousands and thousands of contracts as a corporate attorney. It's something I am probably the master at writing contracts. There's no way to get immunity from crimes. Trust me, people. If we could contract out of crimes, lawyers would do it in a heartbeat.
For money, they would.
You cannot do that at all.
They would.
You cannot say you cannot call the police on me. You cannot say you can't charge me with trespass. That's not going to happen ever. So that's not a thing in a contract. Don't ever try to do that in a contract. Continuing on, Ben also had to see some criminal acts that while you may frame them as pranks, they were criminal acts.
You need to leave. Go ahead and leave, and I'm going to ask you one more time. This is the last time.
So after being told you need to leave, you're getting into issues of criminal trespass.
He was staying for the police, in my opinion, so not a crime. Targeted residential picketing, who cares? He stole money. See, people take laws when they want to take. He stole. It doesn't matter what greedy little contract. Oh, look at me. I have all this money. I can just scam this fucking guy and no laws will come to me. You can't fucking do that and then be like, I'm being harassed. Oh my God, he's harassing me. Fuck off. Just fuck off, dude. It's like,
A person does not have to give you a good reason to leave the property.
I'm crashing out
They
today,
simply
chat.
need
I'm
to
so
ask you
sorry.
to leave, and you should leave
Neolites,
that
you know
property
I'm better
or
than
you're
this. I know
committing
most of you tune
trespass.
into my gaming stuff,
One
but I
thing
should
he
be
does
better.
bring
I'm
up is,
just...
oh, I was just trying to serve them this lawsuit. I was trying to have this good faith conversation. Well, that's completely bunk, because all of that could have been achieved through a professional process server. Now, he did have a process server with him.
Thank you.
The problem was he was there. And
who cares if he was there? He threatened to kill somebody! Come on, criminal. I expected better from you. Come on.
Actually, under the relevant local law, it says if you're an interested party, if you're somebody who is involved in a lawsuit as a plaintiff, as a defendant, as somebody who's interested in that lawsuit, you cannot function as the process server.
He wasn't.
So because he was suing them in small claims court, he is not a valid person to act as a process server or
He
to
wasn't.
be there when they're serving process.
Why can't you be there when somebody gets threatened to be killed? I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to go alone either. Hi, you just threatened to murder people. I'm going to come serve you with legal papers now in the hopes that you don't shoot me. I would want a witness there too. Mind you, it probably didn't have to be Ben. But at the end of the day, he threatened to literally murder. Jesus Christ, man.
Against his case and ended up getting
I'm
him
going to
in
get
trouble.
canceled already
You should
for
have
all my
left it to
comments.
that
It's fine.
process server. If you wanted to stick a body cam on the process server.
Am I already
or something
banned
like that, he
in
might have been
TikTok
able
right
to
now?
do that,
Probably. TikTok
depending
probably
on the
banned me.
consent laws there.
Did TikTok ban me yet?
That said, he might be able to record it.
We're gonna find
but
out. I'm
not
curious.
be there himself physically.
I'm
because
listening
I think
still at the same
that
time.
is
Am I
where
still live or am I
issues
banned?
come up, and that's where the trespassing comes up. You also have
I'm still
potential
live.
disorderly
Oh
conduct,
no,
which
wait,
comes
no, I'm not.
for many of his pranks
I'm
that
on
he was
live.
pulling off.
And we did it. And the
Thank you,
silence
TikTok, for
makes
not
you
crying
say,
about
"What
it.
the heck,
Appreciate you.
ChatGPT?"
And targeted residential picketing, as well as several likely local ordinance violations. Remember, there's always going to be some local law that you're violating.
I'm sorry, if the lawyer arrests him for these crimes, I'm gonna laugh and I'm gonna say, well, now we're gonna go check out all the illegal things that judge has done on camera and put them in jail for it. Because if we're gonna be that strict with the law protects victims. The law turned its back on this family. So they used fucked up methods, and some of them were fucked up, to show them they weren't afraid. And now we're supposed to sit here and be told that it's criminal. And oh my God, Ben was so mean, even though we stole stuff from people. Bruh,
It's
just...
always going to happen. The other thing is stalking. This comes up pretty clearly if you look at their behavior and you think about this.
I don't know. I'm gonna take a poll out of this later. I'll post this and see what you guys think. But I think...
Right? You look at it as stalking because it's
Hold up.
conduct.
Hold up. While we got the screen up. Control... Where the fuck's my Windows button? Okay, I haven't done it on this yet. Sorry. We're gonna take this snippet. Oh, I probably should take the whole thing. Hold up. Dang it. That was a bad snippet. Control, Windows. Okay, we're gonna take a better photo this time. Did my copy thing not work? There we go. Boop. Boot up X real quick. Boop. 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 Do you think that he should okay, let me specify. Reckless Ben should be prosecuted for crimes he committed on people who were clearly not being in good faith, which we've seen hundreds of times. Where they're trying to call the police on him, they're not talking to him. He even tried to just serve a court paper. They're constantly calling the police. That's like, is it it's two T's. Okay, thank you, Brian. I appreciate you. Okay, so would you do this and then let's post the photo. I want to add more to this. I don't feel like that's enough. Okay, where's the... Oh, I copied and pasted it. Damn, I didn't save it like I should have. Damn it. Okay. Damn it, I should have saved it. Okay, let me see if I can get my notepad. Ignore my notepad. Ah! My secrets. Even though they're not good secrets, they're secrets. Damn it. Did I not say... Okay, we're gonna have to go back to the video. Oh, I hate things. I hate things. I hate things. I hate things that don't work. I hate things that don't work when they're supposed to. Da 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 da. Okay. I also should have saved it as. I take some responsibility on that. That is kind of on me. Okay. Do 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 do. Save. Download. Boom. All right. Now that we have it actually downloaded, now we can post it. Okay. It's called being a moron, and that's what I am. Downloads. Boom. Okay. Do you think Reckless Ben should be prosecuted for the crimes committed? All right, let's not even be biased because I don't want to be biased. I want to be honest. For the crimes he committed on people, on the associates of bricks and minifigs. I honestly do want to know. Please give your opinions. Okay. Hashtag reckless Ben. What was Reckless Ben's at? I saw it earlier. I don't remember if it'll pop up when I do this. Nope, it's somebody else. Dang it. Oh, this is the right. Well, this is his Insta. Well, now you know. Now y'all know his Insta. I mean, the dude seems. I mean, he might be lying. I mean, if it finds out that he was lying about all of this. Maybe he doesn't. I swear I saw it earlier. I added him too in my last post. Oh.
Come here.
I'm still trying to reach Reckless Ben about my story. Here is Utah. I had $527,000 stolen from me by forging my name with a JPEG. Any help reposting this would create it, I appreciate it. What? That's not even a good signature either. What was stolen, sir? Can you tell me? Oh, they stole two. Wow. I'm sorry, Julie. That's April. Oh, these are all the people they stole from. Is this true? Oh, this is July. I'm dumb. Okay. 712, 2-layer. I don't know if this will be taken real because you have different dates on all of this stuff. Oh, here we go. This is before. Oh, I see. Before and after all the stuff they were stealing, you were getting time. Okay, bank statements. Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. I'm special. Excuse me. I don't. You know what though? I don't think anybody. Y'all want to see a video of it? I'll do it. I will help you. I just need to know who and who I can be annoying to. I'll be annoying. Who cares? So stupid. So stupid.
That's going to look like stalking. That's not going to look good. So you've got all of these things that can come against Ben potentially.
Yawn.
He can say he had this imprimatur, this kind of slight reason of serving that lawsuit.
He wanted to get sued. He did exactly what he didn't want to go to jail. He wanted to get sued. He wanted there to be court legal proceedings so he could countersue for everything he's done. It's a what do they call it? Fucking lawyers do it all the time. They bait people into lawsuits they know they can't win so they can countersue. So you might win your $30,000 from reckless for your pain and suffering. Ben's gonna win probably triple, quadruple, if not more that. The point being is that you're in a fucking checkmate. And that's the whole point. People don't understand, and it drives me nuts. If I'm the poor guy, okay, I would do the same. I would try to bait you in a lawsuit because if you can sue me, I can hit back and it's all being paid for already under the same bill.
He didn't legally need to be the one to do that. And one thing
he
that
didn't
does
do it
repeatedly here is act as if he's Mansell's legal representative.
He is
but
pretty
he's
much.
not really in an official legal role. He's not their attorney.
Doesn't
he's
matter.
Not a trustee in their case.
Doesn't
he's
matter.
Not necessarily a.
Actually, he does have a percentage of the Legos, so that's bull, and you know
not
it.
necessarily the process server, because he might not be qualified as a party to those small claims lawsuits. So he really doesn't have a role to play here in that. He's kind of creating this role where he thinks.
So we should just let companies get away with stealing $200,000 worth of stuff? Come on, Ben. I thought you'd be better than this. I really did. I don't see why nobody's watched this. I haven't seen this.
Where he really
Sad.
doesn't. His main role,
This is
which
terrible.
Well,
I mean, that's lie. Leaflet, watch this.
Publicity. The other big thing is his lottery.
I want everyone's attention. We're doing a Lego raffle.
That was legal. He legally made a raffle for this. It's legal.
It's worth $1,000.
In Oregon, the lottery is highly regulated, and he went through a lot of steps and a lot of rigmarole saying he set up an official lottery.
All you need to know is that I put a lot of work into making sure that this is a legal, legit raffle.
Now, despite him saying this was a real lottery, this would likely be treated as regulators as a prank. And I know this because I've worked on actual lotteries and giveaways when working with companies for several years. But if you did analyze this as an actual lottery, Ben might actually be in trouble, because in this case, he knew when he started this that the Legos were in the possession of somebody else and he could not give those away. So
bullshit, because they were legal property of the other owner. So that's bullshit. Everything that Legal Mindset is saying just sounds retarded. That is like me. Okay, that is me having, like I said, like a stolen car out front that isn't mine. I know who the legal owner is. All of the information for the legal owner is in that car. And then somebody wins it in a lottery and you're just expecting that I don't have to hand it over. It's not my car. It's not their Legos.
From the beginning, he knew
Jesus
it was a fraud.
Christ.
He could not go in and get those Legos.
I don't. Am I the only one?
Ultimately, he says he paid out the lottery because he felt like it was the right thing to do. But that is actually not the answer. He paid out the lottery just to keep himself out of actually getting in trouble here and actually sent to jail. Because if you end up...
He didn't. He felt bad. He felt bad because he was hoping they would give back the Legos under that pressure. He felt bad. Don't try to turn it into something it's not, bro.
Running a real lottery, knowing that you can't give somebody the prize, well, you're still going to be on the hook there whether or not you like it. So you might have to pay out that value of that item that you were going to give away, even if you're not.
I'm so lost, guys.
So that's where you're going with that. So I would not be.
Am I an asshole for thinking the way I think? Like, be real.
To run a lottery and have people going out there thinking you can just run a scam.
Ryan, you really need to get off Instagram. You're like the only one in the chat right now.
Be cautious of, and Ben
I need to see your messages.
Running that one.
Come on,
so
Doc.
What is the actual professional approach that should have been had here? Well, first of all, I think from the beginning, he should have used lawyers and process servers. Don't tag along to film. That actually can violate the local law. That actually can keep you from having an effective service of process, meaning giving someone the papers and starting that lawsuit. The other thing they could do is they could have filed reports with the regulatory entities, the BBB, the people that regulate the franchise owners, and support those by evidence. Submit those in to the people that...
Oh, yay, because it's going to take so much easy time to do that. Like, that's not going to waste the count. I think the way he went about it was faster. You can't tell me that you... See, this is why the law needs to just be abolished. I'm sorry. some of these laws just need to be ripped apart when it comes to criminals, because you, as a criminal that violated a law-abiding contract, can then not try to play victim. It doesn't work like that. Only law-abiding citizens can play victim.
Regulate them and have
So
them
dumb.
also come in and help come down on these people. The other thing is, there could have brought in at some point a professional mediator or an arbitrator, somebody that could come as a go-between that's seen as neutral, seen as somebody who's going to be reasonable and not just be doing it for the clout, for the video, YouTube video, etc. Also, he did do a smart thing. I will give Ben credit that by itemizing and splitting things out for the small claims, by breaking those into smaller amounts and then assigning those to different people, that is permissible. People do break things out and assign them, and that is permissible. But they could have also gone to get an injunction for a return of the property. And that would have been a very logical way to try to get that back really quickly.
The contract says that they're Mansell's Legos. It shouldn't. I don't understand this. Even though he's breaking it down, he still sounds stupid. It's his Legos. It says it right in the contract part. You highlighted in your video.
Or at least prevent the sale of the existing inventory that they might still have and be trying to sell. The other thing is, you really can't engage in what we call in the law self-help. And this video is all about vigilante self-help. It's about a YouTuber, a person.
So when I get my stuff jacked, I can just be like, if I see somebody doing the Kia challenge, I can just call and say, "Yeah, cops, I got these guys here. Oh, you don't want to do anything? Well, they're driving my car in this video, so are you gonna arrest them? Are you gonna stop them?" No? That's dumb. That is literally dumb. If everybody turns against you, the law, which it did, because it's so damn expensive now, the law turns against you, the cops turn against you clearly, and society started accepting him. What do you expect him to do? Vigilanteism being hated is so stupid.
Who took things into his own hands, and there is a limit to that, because eventually it can constitute harassment.
Stupid.
And particularly when you run into a
Absolutely
small town,
stupid.
whether it's the Mormon mafia or not, you are going to get pushback from the PD.
Walking a very dangerous line, which should get you end up a lot of time.
Yeah.
You could end up in jail in Utah when you're from Cali.
Okay.
Not worth it, right?
Yeah.
We played.
That's a threat. That's a threat. We're going to throw you in jail if you keep trying to pursue this. That's a threat. And you guys don't think there's something wrong here? They're threatening him. That's a threat. That is, okay, you cannot, as a law enforcement officer, you cannot threaten people. They're trying to claim harassment, and they know what's going on, but they refuse. No, it's so dumb.
And
it is
what they
so
did was
stupid.
certainly wrong, and
No.
definitely needs to be investigated. There's a point at which
You just said it. Jail. The cops need to get criminally charged.
to remove yourself from
They
that.
were saying
Step
it against
back
Ben
and
for a
let
minute.
the process take over. Let people.
Oh yeah, so they can come and harass him and hurt him. You don't see, some of these lawyers piss me the fuck off. You don't have to worry about that because you got all this money. You got it flowing from every crevice, dog, with your big fancy lawyer stuff. You can get stuff pushed like that. People don't have those connections. You want him to waste, what, 3 or 4 years in court, blow hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you think he's just supposed to sit there and not say anything? God damn fucking hypocrites, dude.
Who are professionals.
I usually like this guy. I'm mad at this guy right now. L.
In judgment,
L.
Brian Mansell's case is very
Biggest L.
sympathetic. I have a lot of sympathy in the Bricks and Minifigs case for what happened.
You sure don't have the same like you don't.
That's absolutely wrong. And he was wronged here in his consignment agreement. He entered into an agreement and got shafted. And this does happen in business all the time. However, all of this could have been avoided likely if a lawyer willing to work on contingency would have found the Mansells before Reckless Ben. If they
He's still not understanding. They don't care. Some people do not care. They will not take on a big corporation like Bricks and Minifigs. You don't. If it were that easy to find a lawyer with consignment, I would be a multi-millionaire right now. How many people have fucked me over in life? I fucking hate people like this. I'm actually mad at him. L fucking take, dude. What is wrong with you?
Just got a professional in there. They could have handled this much
L.
more quietly
L.
than this. Now,
You know
maybe
what?
it wouldn't have the publicity
I'm being a
it
dick
has,
today.
and that's something to
I'm
be
being a
said
dick today.
about YouTubers covering this for publicity.
I'm gonna be a big
but at
dick
a certain
today.
point,
Oh, I didn't
it
post this
passed
yet.
the line
Oops.
where there's things that are happening
I
that
got
are
space
indeed
case.
criminal and possibly defamatory. The other thing that has come up here is a local police need to be investigated, and that goes without saying.
So
They've
you
done
agree
some
with that,
things
but you
here
want to
that
start saying
clearly are
that Ben was
shady,
out of line.
involving potential excessive force, illegal stops, searches, bias, body cam footage destruction. There needs to be investigation by the state coming down, looking into that, saying what are these local PDs doing, because this is not following their procedures.
That I agree with.
will
That I can agree with
that
you
part.
on.
So on that part, definitely the police are in the wrong, and it's a gross misuse of police resources when they can be used really anywhere else better than this. It also is not the job of the police to enforce the civil side, and the fact that they're willing to
Where's the other is?
do things for their buddies and not willing to do things for
I'm
these
putting this
out-of-town
in the
YouTubers, while it
post
may
too.
not be surprising, walk into any small town in America. I've lived in small towns in America and worked with local police. Yes, they will side with people that live there over outsiders, mainly because they're paying taxes and you're not. But beyond that, at a certain point, the PD are going to push back, and you should remove yourself from that and let the legal process take over. So while Ben may have done some good work for publicity and for people watching this, at this point, he's likely liable for defamation and certainly on the hook for several potential crimes. But I want to
Who cares?
hear what you guys think in the comments.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you in the comments when I'm done posting this. I'm gonna post the same thing, along with a link to the post because L take, dude, absolutely L take, L take. It is so hard to get money, and you're acting like, oh, he should be this great. Nah, L take, dude. Let's just put it here, dude. L take. You think it's so easy to get a lawyer. If that were true, I would be a multi-millionaire, which is true. I would be. So let me give you, I don't think I spelled millionaire right, huh? Nope, there you go. At 16, I don't even care. Fuck you, Walmart. I'm putting you on blast. Or no, I like Walmart. I'm gonna put them on blast. I didn't care that they had me do shit like this. I'm shutting up. Who else? Oh, I don't give a shit about Eyeglass World. Not Eyeglass World. Barnett Delaney. Barnett Delaney. Delaney Perkins. Eye Center. Not giving specific location. I used to work there and was cussed out daily. Had 2 witness statements. I did. And a fellow coworker. I can't spell today, guys. I'm sorry. Worker. And still no lawyers would take my case. I spelled Barnett right. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe it is this. Okay. And statement is spelled wrong, obviously. Alright, tired of nowhere. Sorry guys, I'm trying to like finish this up. Alright. And still no lawyer would take my case. He did what he thought he had to. He thought he had to get people to pay attention. By the way, if they do send him to jail, I promise you there'll be uprisings. People are so tired of the good people. So my post on X is, dude, L on him. He's usually so much better. How can you say these things? How would you feel? Would you feel if it were you? I'm gonna see if he's on at Legal Mind. So, oh, he is on there. The Legal Mindset. It is not easy. Is not easy, even with evidence, to get a lawyer. I'd say a good solid 80%. You know what? Let's use a statistic so I don't sound stupid. You ready? We're going to use a statistic on this. Let's say what percentage of lawyers will work for payment of settlement. All right, let's see if it even works. Probably use Google. I don't know why I don't learn from my mistakes. I always forget to use Google. 30 to 40% of your total settlement, you pay zero up front. How many typically do it though? No, that's not what I'm asking. If you secure a $100,000 statement, that's fine. That's not what I'm asking. Okay, maybe I'm asking it wrong. How often do lawyers typically not get paid up front? That's how we'll ask it. Maybe that'll fix it up front. Hourly and family law, including but not limited to criminal law, etc., almost universally require an upfront retainer. Thank you. God damn, dude. The only one that's usually not true is personal injury and accident law. Everybody else requires money. Wow, like I didn't just know this. It's like we're living in such a world that lacks the common sense. And it drives me literally mad. You guys can watch the rest of the next week because after this I'm gonna go off live, but I feel like you guys should see it. It drives me up the wall. It does. Because how can you sit here and say this stuff like it's so he didn't do 5 minutes of research on his own talking points. You could have just did this. Why didn't I think that a lawyer would take money after the case? Could it be a lawyer didn't want to take the case? Stupid, bro. Absolutely stupid. I feel like I'm the last one logic's like common sense left, dude. That's why I can't get my videos pushed out because they go, too much common sense detected. Too much common sense detected. Pull out. Pull out. We're crashing. This common sense makes too much sense. Pull viewership. Pull viewership. Run. Run. That's why they deleted my TikTok account too, because I'm too fucking base, dude. I swear to God, this shit pisses me off because it's so stupid. Okay, it didn't give me a percentage though, damn it. Unless you're in an accident or you are injured. There, that's what I'll say. Because that's what it said. Other ones usually do it. I don't care how he I don't care if he did harass. I'm gonna keep that. I don't care if he did harass. Um that guy deserves those. I want to say all of them. Most of those people deserve it for stealing. I don't care if an agreement was made. It is stealing. And the lottery wasn't illegal. I don't care what anybody says. That lottery makes total sense because you are giving product that you still legally own. It is your property. It's even said in the contract it was their property. So I don't have to ask you to get my property. It's my property. It's legally my property. Okay, let's use an example. Let me physically show you guys how this shit should work, how it does work, and how let's say hypothetically this is your mug, right? You have the certificate written, let's say on the bottom of this mug, that says that this is your mug, this is your cup, right? This is yours. And you have legal documentation of how you bought this, where you bought this, and there's so much proof this is your mug. If you then sell this on eBay, I have to give it to you because it's your mug. I don't get why anybody else thinks any differently. You get my frustration, ladies and gentlemen? It doesn't make any sense. I should have hashtagged. Why didn't I hashtag in this? Hold up. Oh, they hashtag hashtag crime, hashtag theft, deft, hashtag, I don't know what the hell else to put for hashtags. I'm not putting that as a hashtag, Ryan. That is not happening. Again, can you get out of Instagram, dude? What are you doing? Hashtag, Lego scandal, I guess. I'm gonna end it there. I just want these included so we can actually find it. Update. Okay, there I have hashtags at least. I'm not very viral on X, but I still say stuff because eventually somebody's gonna see it. And I just feel like we live in a world that's gone, and this is all love and respect. We've gone soft. We have gone so limp penis, dude. It is not even funny. We are willing to shoot ourselves in the foot over and over and over and over again instead of starting to hold criminals liable. I think it was legally just to harass thieves. I don't care. I don't care what they were all connected to it. They all knew this happened. They were all agreeing on that the consignments would be taken over by the new store. Everybody was in agreement on this. And even that asshole shady snake motherfucker was going to quote unquote give it back if he said, "Oh, I'm sorry and I was wrong." Fuck that. Take his entire house now. Fuck that. I'm so tired of being like, well, he can. I hope he sues. Let him sue. Let Reckless Ben drive him into the ground. He stole property. I don't care how much his feelings were hurt if his life was affected. He stole from a dying man. Fuck him. I don't care. It doesn't make me an evil statistical douche that I don't care that some a-hole felt a little threatened because he was stealing. Anyways, that'll do it for me, guys. I'm sorry I crashed out a lot today. I don't get the world as much as I think I should. Anyways, this is your